Hey, what's happening, everybody? It's your old pal, Mr. Butter, coming back at you, and I am pumped. We made it to the weekend. I'm shooting this on Friday. I have been tracking the Jordan 1 Low Mochas since I first saw pictures of them, and I ended up 2 weeks ago. I decided to just go ahead and pull the trigger on a pair from Goat. They, of course, didn't drop in the US yet, so they came from Hong Kong, and they didn't get here until today, which is the exact same day that they dropped on the Nike app here in the US. Some of the people I talked to didn't think that they were going to be very hard to cop, and the whole time I was kind of saying, yeah, I think they might be trickier than what a lot of folks are expecting. I wasn't expecting it to be the mess that it was. I tried to enter on 2 accounts, and I think I was in pending for like an hour and a half or something. I ended up just not even paying attention to it anymore, because typically if I hit on a pair of shoes, I get the alert from like my card or my bank or whatever before anything else comes through, and I knew if I didn't get that quick, then it was probably an L. Fortunately, I did order this pair in my size a couple weeks ago, and I took a quick look at them. They look great. I want to show them to you guys and also compare some of the materials to one of my favorite shoes that I have in my collection. But of course, this is the Jordan 1 Mocha, and I just want to do a little rundown. I knew that the color of the brown looked different, but otherwise I wasn't sure what similarities and what differences they might have, so we'll touch on that too. If you're into kicks and you feel like hanging out, then hit that subscribe button. Let's look at these dark mocha Jordan 1 lows. Alright, you know I always start with the box. Standard mid box, GR box, no big deal. Gold Jumpman, black. Same old, same old. The tag reads Air Jordan 1 Low SE. This is a personal pair, size 10. I think retail was $110 on these. I bought these for $170 before fees. All in, I think I was around $195 or so. And it's just one of those things where you have to calculate, is it worth this to me? And for me it was, just because I know how much I like the high mochas, and I just really wanted to get my hands on them. The colors are listed as light chocolate and crimson bliss. And on the mocha box, it's listed as sail, black, dark mocha. Yeah, so no wonder the browns are different. This is listed as light chocolate, and of course the mochas are listed as dark mocha. But one of the similarities that I noticed as soon as I opened the box was just the base of this is sail. I couldn't really tell as well from the stock pictures that they had, but I was very pleased to see that although this chocolate color is a lot different than what we have on the mochas, hopefully you can tell how different that brown is. But even though this is way more of like a chocolate hue, and this is a lot more of like a lighter tone, and it looks kind of ashy, but this is just a really rich, dark color. I will say this material doesn't seem as high-end as what is on this, but I was expecting that. If this would have come out like these, I would have been floored. I'd be buying another pair right now. That being said, I'm very glad that the base of the shoe is a sail color. And I also really like, I guess this is the Crimson Bliss that we have in the sock liner. And then on the Jumpman and on the spare laces. It's a lot like a salmon color, or like a Patrick Star color, like the guy from SpongeBob. It's like the exact same color as him. We can see that the outsole is a standard Jordan 1 outsole. Nothing different there. Looks like all Jordan 1s, whether it's a low, mid, or high. And that's in a black color which is just like the Mocha. And then for the midsole, we've got a nice sail color, and it looks like all the stitching is also sail. And I think it goes great, much like the Mocha and also the Travis Scott 1 lows that are in the Mocha colorway. I just think that the sail and the black and brown go very, very well together. I also feel like that pink colored sock liner and the extra laces, I think that gives it more of like a Travis Scott 1 low feel as well. So whether or not they drew the inspiration from the Cactus Jack Mocha lows, I don't know, but I would have to think that they kind of got the idea from those. I don't know. Wherever they got the idea from, I'm glad that they did, because I feel like this shoe stands on its own. It definitely, the first thing I thought of whenever I saw it was the Travis ones and my dark Mocha ones. However, I think this shoe is its own beast, if you will. But I really, really like the way it came out. I'm really pleased with how clean it looks, and it doesn't seem sloppy. I don't know what numbers were like. I saw some numbers today that made it look like it was really limited. I don't know if that's true or not, but hopefully some of you guys were able to cop. I know it was a mess this morning when I tried to. But coming up to this mud guard and then all these overlays, I wouldn't even call this nubuck. I don't know if this is like that Durabuck, that synthetic type nubuck that they have. I always kind of just call this felt. I don't know. It doesn't feel like nubuck. It doesn't look like nubuck. It has a real rich color, and it'll probably hold the color a lot better and longer than what nubuck will. So I don't mind having it on there. If it was more of a high-end shoe and had a retail price of, you know, $170 or $200, I would like something a little bit more natural. But this chocolate color looks really nice, and it feels decent. It feels decent. You don't get a lot of movement out of it or color change or anything, but it's good enough. But then, as I mentioned, the base of the shoe is like a sail color, and here on the toe box you've got all those perforations, and then you see that sail color on the side panels. And just to give you a little reference, the Mocha has a whole lot more texture on it. It might be getting too late for you to see all that texture because the sun is leaving, but there's the Mocha, and then here's the chocolate. But it still looks good. It looks really good. And these swooshes are also that brown felt type synthetic nubuck type material. I do like that they gave us a black tongue and black laces, and I think that pink Jumpman just really does jump off of there. I think it looks pretty dope. The sock liner on these is quilted, and I was really pumped to see that. I didn't even realize that before I got them in hand, but it's very soft and very plush, and it feels really nice to the touch. Then on the back, you have your Wings logo, and it's like in kind of a gray metallic type color, but it looks nice and clean. And then just above that, you have a little reflective accent, which I think is dope. But let me know what you think of these.